in the most holy name of Almighty God, Allah Himself, who is none other than the most honorable Master Farad Muhammad, the Savior and the only Savior that is for you and me, the black nation that is in the wilderness of North America. Today, brothers and sisters, I greet you. Salaam Alaikum. I'm your brother, Emir Ali Shabazz Allah. Now, I today will be doing two things. I'll be giving you the knowledge of God, and the second thing I'll be doing is giving you the knowledge of His messenger. It's only two main that I represent, and that is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and number one, the God Himself, Master Farad Muhammad. That is who I'm coming to you with. Know one thing: everything that I'm telling you, everything you hear me saying out my mouth today, that is not from me. None of us wouldn't have known any of this if Elijah Muhammad, the messenger, the last and only messenger of God, the greatest messenger of God, he was not sent to the whole world. He was not sent to save the world. He was sent to make sure the world gets destroyed. Without Him being raised up from among us, the world could not have been destroyed. The world I'm talking to you about is the world of the white man. The white man is the devil. That is the only devil that there is. And the black man is God. The black nation is the nation of righteousness, or the chosen people is the black people that is in America. Chosen because we was made everything the white man made us, which is nothing. Absolutely, completely destroyed and robbed. Robbed of our life, robbed of the knowledge of ourself, which is the worst robbery you can place onto another person. That is us. Completely mentally dead. So, Allah chooses a people who is rejected and despised. You don't have I tell you plain, you don't have nobody that's more despised and rejected than us. And we are so rejected to the point that we reject ourselves. That is how dead we are. I am just repeating the words taught by the messenger. What is the messenger's teachings? The messenger's teachings is the supreme wisdom of God Allah Himself, Master Farad Muhammad. That is where the messenger got his teaching from. I don't worship the messenger because due to the facts that he said, don't worship me, I'm not Allah, I'm His messenger. So I don't place the messenger on a higher position trying to put myself next to him. And we should all get away from placing and associating somebody next to the messenger, Elijah Muhammad, and next to Allah, Master Farad Muhammad. Those are the only two. You don't put a third person after that. The third person is all of us. And as you see, that moon on the crescent moon is the flag of Islam, which means equality. But today, we're not going to speak to, we're not going to carry out too long on too much of a time. I got something short, but we'll close out. We'll close out with a message. But today is a destruction of the white man's world, and the black man that is inside of America. We are being returned to the position of rulers. not in a spooky sort of a way that you have to die to go somewhere. When you die, that is it. The only death the death that is talking about you being resurrected from is your mental death, because you've been taught that what is right is wrong and what is wrong is right by the devil, who's the white man. And your Lord, our Lord and our Savior, Master Farah Muhammad, the long-awaited Jesus, that is the Christ. That's the only Christ. It's not 2 and 3 Christs. And Jesus was not the Christ. Nobody is the Christ other than Master Farah Muhammad. And I say that plainly. Not no Jesus of 2,000 years ago. He was not the Christ. What's the meaning of Christ? The Christ means the crusher of the wicked white race and their religion of Christianity, and the anointed one to crystallize the righteous, which is the black people of America, into one. We have been divided and made an enemy against our own self. And don't tell me, don't say that that's not the case. Oh no. We are probably the worst enemy of the black man will at times be other black men, will be an enemy to himself. But the number one enemy is the white man, because he by nature, that's why, because he by nature was made that. That's the only way that he is the worst. But today I would like to give a reading. So that you know where I'm coming from, so that you can see it yourself. You know that I'm not telling you anything. I'm just repeating the words spoken by the messenger Elijah Muhammad. The words which was given to him to speak by Allah. Who is Allah? I thought that Allah was a mystery. No, sir. Allah is the God, and the God is Master Farah Muhammad. Now, there's a few other directions I wish to go in, but I'm going to try my best to stay on one path. The book that we'll be coming up out of is From How to Eat to Live. Allow me 1 second. All right, we got how to live. We got How to Eat to Live by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. This is the book. And this does a great deal in representing this. Just off of look at your title. How to Eat to Live by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, from God in the person of Master Farah Muhammad. How to Eat to Live by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, from God in person, Master Farah Muhammad. Now this book does just the front page of this title alone does a great deal in teaching. It sets a lot of records straight. A lot of people are trying to exalt the messenger in a higher thing because they hate Allah. I'll be plain to you. They hate Allah, so they wish to get rid of him. And Allah is Master Farah Muhammad. They'll try to twist the words up and say that no, Master Farah Muhammad is not Allah. Allah came in the person of him. They'll try to say that to make you to think that Allah is still a mystery and a spirit. And they say, oh, we all is Allah. Master Farah Muhammad wasn't nothing special. And no, sir, that's not the case. See, yes, all black men is Allah by by our nature. We is little Allahs. Master Farah Muhammad is the big Allah. People will tell it to you like that. They're trying to belittle and demean Allah and say that oh, he just did a job. He's not Allah. No, that is the God himself. But this book, this title, this tells you what it is. These are not Elijah, something that Elijah Muhammad coming from him. No, these are his teachings. Yes, his teachings are from, it says this, God in person. God in person. Just like me. I am Emir. Emir Ali Shabazz Allah in the person. What else other than this is me? I am in the person speaking to you today. I am in the person. That does not mean that there is an Emir Ali Shabazz Allah outside of me. No, I'm in the person. The messenger said when the spirit dies, the body dies. When the body dies, the spirit goes with it. If you kill me, my spirit ain't going to live on. All right? So this does a lot of stuff. It says, from God in person, Master Farah Muhammad. God not came in a vision to him or into a dream or into an inspiration as he came to all other prophets and people before him. God himself came. And God is a man. God is not a spirit. Now, his spirit can be upon you, and he do got a spirit, but the spirit is not independent of the body. And there may still be people who don't understand what I'm saying. But what I wish and pray for you to understand is that Allah is not a mystery. Allah is a man. The black man is God. And you have one among the black men who is supreme in wisdom, and he will rule for 25,000 years. He don't live that 25,000 years, but his wisdom do. And there's much more I can go on this, and we're not taking that up today because the time will not permit. But Master Farah Muhammad is Allah. Is not no go-between. He is the supreme God. And you and me, we is just little Allahs if we is black men. Ain't no white man Allah, and ain't no woman is Allah. A woman is black woman is the assistant to Allah. She is the helper. Why? What help? Assisting the God, the black man, in being his personal comfort, and also helping him to reproduce by being as a vehicle or a transportation for God to put himself into the woman. She carries his seed and brings it forth into the next generation. That is the black woman, and that is the highest position a woman can be, is MGT and GCC. That is the true identification of a black woman. What is the meaning of MGT and GCC? Answer: Muslim Girls Training in General Civilization Class. This was the name given to the training of women and girls in North America. How to keep house, how to rear their children, how to take care of their husbands, sew, cook, and in general, how to act at home and abroad. That's you, sister. That's the black woman. The black woman ain't made to rule over a black man, and no black woman can lead a black man. Any black man that lets a woman rule him is other than himself and weak. You can't go nowhere according to a woman, because a woman by her nature is made emotional, is in tune with emotions and instincts. And being led by that will lead them wrongly sometimes, because a man by nature is made to obey the laws of civilization. A man deals with laws, rules, and regulations, regardless to a feeling. Anytime you see a man abandons the laws of civilization or don't follow the laws of civilization and follows his emotions, he's other than himself, and he's acting like a woman. Due to the facts, many of our Many brothers was raised by a woman, no man, and a woman can't raise no man. That is not nature. I'll prove it to you. If anybody even has an opposition to that. A woman can't be raised by a man. Who did she get the baby from? How did she get pregnant? Who put the seed inside of her? Another man, right? Okay then. You can't raise one neither. Just with no woman. You didn't get one on your own, so you can't raise one without a man. Or if the father was not doing his duty and did not do his job correctly, and the son wasn't raised right. But that is the black woman. The black woman is the mother of civilization and queen of the universe. Allah, who is the black man, Allah's most beautiful creation and prized possession. And even to the condition of our woman is because the messenger Elijah Muhammad teaches us that the condition of our woman all comes back to us. We are responsible for it all, and that we was not too wise because we had allowed the devil to fool us 400 years ago. We believed what he had said on face value, and that's how we was took into slavery. And that if we would have been 100% ourselves, she would have been 100% herself. Anytime a woman goes out of control, it is because a man allows it. You say, how? You can't say it all the time. I can't. If you was in a relationship, you're supposed to be controlling the woman. She don't control you. You is the God. If the woman's outside of a relationship, her father dropped the ball somewhere and didn't discipline her, didn't teach her, or might not even have been there, or allowed her mother to corrupt her by not keeping her mother in check. Or you got a whole lot of weak, real weak type of brothers out there on the streets. You got ones who they see a black woman, they let her do whatever she want to do. A man wants to attack her, cool. They wouldn't step up to defend their own sister. Or they'll play the roles of mistreating them, because it's a lot of people out here, been out here for a long time, players and pimps and stuff like that. They want to go out and make their woman work the strip, and they be turning tricks and stuff like that. You was a damn fool. You're gonna go out and put the most beautiful creation of Allah and the most prized possession. You're gonna allow her to become a hoe and to be hoeing on the streets and turning tricks. You ain't making no sort of a profits. You ain't making no heavy profits. You making a whole lot of you robbing yourself. You robbing your nation because you allowed a black woman to be uncivilized. Because a woman ain't God. You the God. We the God. If a woman do something, it's on us. We control her. We check that. We don't allow nothing to happen. That's taking charge of our posts and our temple property in view. Taking charge, not waiting for somebody to offer you, oh, would you like to step up and take the post? Oh, would you like to do this? No. You take charge of that post because you've been ordered to do so. All black men was put on post after the coming of Master Farah Muhammad and the teaching of the coming of Master Farah Muhammad was to raise up the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And then when the messenger taught us, that put us all on post to take charge and take the black nation back, to return the lost foundation of Islam, which is the black man in America, return it to their own, all right? But this is we're going to be dealing with fasting. What's fasting? Because we have to get away from this eating one meal a day fasting. Eating one meal a day is not fasting. That's how we should eat, is one meal a day. A fast is where you got to go at least, if you're eating in the same day that is not a fast. You have to go at least 2 days. 2 days. There's no such thing as a 1 day fast. You don't eat one meal a day. It's not a fast. Ramadan is not a fast. And in most cases, the Orthodox Ramadan ain't even 1 meal a day, because they'll wake up before the sunrise, they'll eat, and they'll eat all night long. And the best way to eat is to go out and around 5 o'clock, dinner time. Don't go before 5 p.m. Take you 2 hours and you can eat. Not no 5 and 6 hours and 4 hours. Take you 2 hours, eat your meal, eat the best foods, eat your food slowly, chew it thoroughly. Eat foods that's not hard on your digestion, and then you eat the best of foods. Navy beans, you don't eat no meat. Messenger said in 72, he said in 5 years, he said in the Theology of Time, he said in 5 years, he said, I've just been letting you get away with eating meat. Because it says it right in this book. This is book 2. He says it right in the book. He says, no meat is good for us and meat is against life. But he said that meat is habitual. And since you've been eating meat since you was born, it's a hard habit for you to break. So you don't want to stop eating meat, but it's not good. Meat is against life. I believe that's a chapter in book 2. But in 1972, Theology of Time lecture, I can't tell you which one, he said, I've just been letting you get away with eating meat, but soon we're not going to eat no meat. And in the next 5 years, there's going to be no meat. That was in 72. So 5 plus 7, 5 plus 2 is 7. So in 77, it should have been no more meat, according to what the messenger said. But navy beans, whole wheat bread, a fresh variety of fresh fruits, everything. But fasting is where you, at least, I'm trying to explain it to you. If I stop eating today, I wake up, nothing. Go to sleep, nothing. Then tomorrow, I wake up, nothing. Once it's 5 p.m., I eat for 2 hours. All the perfect foods. That's a fast. That's a 2-day fast. If I don't eat for 2 days straight, no food, 2 days straight. And then 3 days, day number 3, I don't eat nothing. Once that dinner time hits, I eat. That's a 3-day fast. Your fast includes the day that you break it. You can't. So if you eat on the same day, that's not a fast. But also, fasting just don't mean just abstain from food. It means abstain from all unrighteous activities. But that's inside the book. I don't want to go too far because it's going to explain a lot of it. So we're going to go into fasting. And everybody needs this. Every black person needs this book. And if you have it, offer it to your peoples that you know it. Offer it to your peoples. Get your How to Eat to Live book number 1 first, and then get book number 2. All right? And you can get it from me. 651-508-5225. Get all your Messenger Elijah Muhammad publications. All right? Now give me a second. All right. I want to see how. Okay, we're gonna do a lot. This is on fasting. There is so much food of various kinds in the earth for us to eat. We could hardly mention by names. We are the wisest of all life on the earth and in the heavens above the earth. Almighty God, Allah, in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, to whom praise is due forever, has taught me we must have regularity in everything we do. Since the earth is full of food, this does not mean we should try to eat the food all day long. We should eat one meal a day. And when we eat this one meal, be sure it is of the best food for our bodies to digest and to keep us alive without our lives being agitated by enemies from the food and drink we put in our bodies. We have to safeguard our health against the enemies of our health by eating one meal a day. This
it's the mother of all talk shows. It's the mother of all talk.
Excuse me. We have to safeguard our health against the enemies of our health by eating one meal a day. This gives an enemy germ that may be in our food time to die, to be completely dead at the end of 24 hours. If we keep adding more food, it gives the germ strength and working power to destroy the very delicate and perfect machinery of our bodies. By nature, we are made of the best. And we have to continue to give our bodies the best. And in a moderate way. Fasting is one of the greatest doctors, quote unquote doctors, we have. Fasting is prescribed for us in the Holy Quran and in the Bible. The Bible does not teach us as much of how good fasting is health-wise as the Holy Quran does. The Bible's teachings on fasting is mostly spiritual purposes. On one occasion, we find where Moses fasted for the cure of his sister Miriam, who had contracted leprosy because of speaking carelessly of Moses, her brother. Her brother Moses then had to seek a cure from God for her. But fasting, as Allah prescribed for us, is to prolong our lives with better health by eating the right food and not eating too frequently. Fasting does much for us. A 3-day fast will tell the story. You feel better. Your body begins to feel lighter and not as weighty as it felt when it was filled with food. Your thinking is clearer. Now I'm going to stop here. That is undisputed truth. You go try that yourself. Start eating a meal a day and then do a fast. Your first fast, you will never forget your first time fasting. You feel like using a new atmosphere. And you've never felt it before. All your whatever you're struggling with, all your desires. Sometimes depending on how long your first fast is, you you don't even have desire to do nothing but study. Eating, you don't care about eating. You don't care about anything. You don't even want to watch TV. Well, if you will follow the message, only time you watching stuff is if you listen to tapes. When you're doing stuff, you don't even listen to music too much. You listen to tapes and speeches, and then when you sit down to eat your meal, you watch a movie. But when you follow the messages, your life becomes so busy and productive. You don't sit down and just watch TV or sit down or whatever. No, you were so busy upholding the message teachers. But when I tell you, when I first fasted, I said, man, if I didn't have these teachers, I would wish to kill myself. There wouldn't be nothing to live for. I was sitting there. I said, I don't even want to do nothing. I just want to study the messages teachings. That's it. I don't even care about food. And your body, it's like a wow. It's like a breath of fresh air. You feel indescribable. And ever since I did my first fast, I've never skipped a month. Never skipped a month since. And fasting it don't become hard. It becomes easy. And I'm not saying that as a way of bragging on myself. I'm saying that as an account to the messenger's teachings. The messenger's teachers will motivate you through that. You don't need nobody around you telling it. The messenger's teachers alone and the power and force of Master Farad Muhammad will carry you through all of it. Every time you see me doing something, that is the motivation and the inspiration given from Master Farad Muhammad to the true believer of his teachings. I'm nothing special. I'm the same as any other black man that is in America. I tell you plainly. But that is actual facts. Any sort of a unclean, dirty thought, it leaves you. Whatever. If, I tell you too, if you want to cure yourself of an addiction, fast. See if you're gonna do it on your fast. Whatever you're addicted to. I don't care. Every addiction is the exact same. And how you do it, how do you quit any addiction? Just quit. Simple. Quit. Stop doing it. Fast. Do a 3-day fast and see if you don't. When you do a 3-day fast, whatever it is, women, gambling, drinking, smoking, do a 3-day fast. Because when you fast, you're supposed to abstain from all evil sort of things. Whatever your addiction is, see if you even want to do it when you fasting. Because I'll tell you, if you fast how the messenger teaches you from God in person and Master Farad Muhammad, you ain't gonna want to do that. So for them 3 days, you're not gonna do it. Now when you eat your food again, now you return you off the fast. So from going after the fast, if you was able to stop doing it for 3 days, you can stop doing it forever. Simple. If you stop doing something for 3 days, you can stop doing it forever. What's the difference? 3 days? That's almost a week. A week. If you could do it for a week, 4 weeks is in a month. 12 months is in a year. If fast and see if you don't stop doing it. That's what I'm telling you. Fast and see if you don't stop doing it. And then after you break your fast, if you continue to do it, it's because you wanted to do it. That was your choice. That falls on you because you cured the addiction. You stopped it for 3 days, you can stop it for a lifetime. If you continue to choose that, that is your choice. And that's on you. Everything is a choice. Allah don't make mistakes. A homeless person is a choice. A drug addict is a choice. A faggot, a choice. Lesbian, choice. Everything that we do is a choice. It's not no mystery God teachings. Oh, the devil made me do this. Well, yes and no. But not the devil you talking about. The white man told you to do this. But everything is a choice. Allah don't make it no mistake. So stop saying, oh, the man was born that way. No, he wasn't born that way. He was born, if he's a black man, he was born a righteous Muslim. Let's continue. Fasts. Oh, excuse me. I got onto the wrong page. When you fast. Ooh, I'm skipping. Let us fast as often as we feel. we have not a desire for food. If you do not desire food, do not eat it. Eat when you are very hungry. Of course, this does not apply to the sick because the sick are exempt from fasting. Now, let me say something on this. Yes, the sick is exempt from fasting, but you won't get sick if you fast and you eat to live the right way of this book right here. You do that and you think you'll fast, you'll never get sick. You make yourself sick. And as the years go on, if you practicing how to eat to live, you'll be able to learn how to control your sickness. So you learn how to avoid getting sick. So yeah, if you get sick, it's because you're other than yourself. If I get sick, I was other than myself some sort of way, and that has happened to me over the years. Passing the years and stuff, you catch a little common cold, and it's nothing compared to how you was before you was eating this. But even to a 2-day cold, you'll learn how to stop that. We all make mistakes. Correct your mistakes. I corrected mine, and if you correct yours, you get the same thing I get. Freedom, justice, and equality. Islam. But it says, let us fast as often as we feel we have not a desire for food. If you do not desire food, do not eat it. That is true. I remember the first times of me fasting, the first few months of me fasting. One of the first few fasts I took, I feel so good when I ate. After I broke my fast, I said, that wasn't nothing. Because I was thinking all the time, oh yeah, I want to eat. But when I finally got to eating, I said, I felt so good. That's nothing to stop eating. So then the next day I said, I'm gonna do another fast. Because you do one fast a month. Then I said, I want to do another fast. That's what I did. I did 2 fasts. I ate, and then I ate one day, and I said, I want to fast again. I just want to do it because I feel so good. And Allah motivates you. Oh, it is so beautiful when you come in the How to Eat to Live. I tell it to you. When you get it, that's what motivated me and pushed me so far in the teachings was How to Eat to Live, and now to push you so far. So if you, that's how you get into the teachings. It's supreme wisdom and How to Eat to Live, right? Yeah, you feel so good to fast, and then after you do it for so many years, fast is like blinking your eyes. It's no sort of a big thing. And when you fast, you study your wisdom, and you should abstain from all things. It's not just abstaining from food. When you fast, it will advance you spiritually. The Holy Quran teaches us that Allah has a mighty reward for the believing man and the believing woman, and the fasting man and the fasting woman. This does not mean, listen at this. I might be reading slow, but listen to my voice. These are the words of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Hold on, I'm going to backtrack. The Holy Quran teaches us that Allah has a mighty reward for the believing man and the believing woman, and the fasting man and the fasting woman. This does not mean that we can do nothing but fast and still do many other evil things and be rewarded with good rewards. When fasting is practiced for good, good results will follow. But if we fast, as the Bible mentions in Isaiah, just for debate, our fast is no good. The Bible teaches that the facts of people, listen real closely, the Bible teaches that the facts of people who go out and tell others, quote, I had a dream, quote. And then call dreams visions are not accepted. I'm going to read this again for you. The Bible teaches that the facts of people who go out and tell others that, quote, I had a dream, and then call dreams visions are not accepted. Some people tell stories about something they accomplished on the fast that they did not accomplish. The Bible answers such a person in these words: if you dream a dream, tell a dream, and do not try to tell a dream for a vision from the Lord when you did not get such a vision. We must remember that we cannot be holier than thou unless we are really holy. So let us say of ourselves what we really are and not what we are not, because it is not good in the sight of God for us to speak the truth. We must remember that we cannot be holier than thou unless we are really holy. So let us say of ourselves what we really are and not what we are not, because it is good in the eyesight of God for us to speak the truth. Fast, it cleans the impurities out of the blood and causes the body to eliminate the poison stored in it from previous meals, sometimes from previous meals of many years, as the folds in our intestines can carry particles of food for a long time and holds strength enough in them to keep us alive for 2 months. Our bodies store food in the folds of the intestines and in the bloodstream. After a fast of 3 days, and from that to 9 days, these particles of food and poison that have accumulated will be eliminated. The blood is being cleansed out of its impurities, because the impurities have nothing to keep them in power to live. Therefore, they die and leave the person happy and enjoying results of a healthy body, which is the greatest enjoyment we can have. And that's true, brothers and sisters. When you go to practicing how to eat to live, and because I'm telling you, I've been doing it for 5 years, I know. When you come into doing it, you say, how could I have not seen how terrible I was living? You feel so good. It wouldn't even cross your mind to stop doing it. It's all praises due to Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, for his messenger, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I'm so thankful. I'm telling you the truth. We are taught, and all religions teach, fasting. So that includes us too. Of course, as long as we are in the presence of God, we do not have to fast. But we are not always in his presence. In the hereafter, when all people will receive rewards of goodness, who see the hereafter. There will be no fasting. We, the righteous, must fast as long as we are present and among the unrighteous. So fasting is prescribed for us, as well as those people before us. Let us take a look at the verse in the Holy Quran, chapter 2, verse 183, translated by Maulana Muhammad Ali, copyright 1963. Quote, "O you who believe, fasting is prescribed for you, as it was prescribed for those before you, so that you may guard against evil." Here it tells us why fasting is prescribed for us. It guards us against doing evil. Read the footnote of Maulana Muhammad Ali's translation of this chapter for footnote number 225. All right, give me 1 second. I have to get my Quran. All right. We're gonna read what the messenger said again. And remember these things. Don't just passively listen. Listen and observe. I'm gonna repeat this again. I'll go a little farther back. This is a real good part I want to be on. We are taught, and all religions teach fasting. So that includes us too. Of course, as long as we are in the presence of God, we do not have to fast, but we are not always in the presence, in his presence, in the hereafter, when all people will receive the rewards of goodness who see the hereafter. There will be no fasting. We, the righteous, must fast as long as we are present and among the unrighteous. So fasting is prescribed for us as well as those people before us. Let us take a look at the verse in the Holy Quran, chapter 2, 183, translated by Maulana Muhammad Ali. O you who believe, fasting is prescribed for you, as it was prescribed for those before you, so that you may guard against evil. Here it tells us why fasting is prescribed for us. It guards against us against doing evil. Read footnote of Maulana Muhammad Ali's translation of this chapter, footnote number 225. Now I'm reading from the Quran. Footnote 183, chapter 2, verse 183, footnote 183a. Fasting, and this I'm reading from the Quran now. This is the footnote by Maulana Muhammad Ali of the Quran. Footnote number, chapter 2, verse 183. Fasting is a religious institution almost as universal as prayer. And in Islam, it is one of the 5 fundamental practices. It is one of the 5 fundamental practical ordinances. The other 4 being prayer, poor rate, pilgrimage, and jihad. Fasting has in all ages and among all nations been an exercise much in use in times of mourning, sorrow, and affliction. It is also vogue among the Hindus. Even Christians were recommended by Jesus to keep the fasts. Moreover, and this is a moreover, quote, moreover, when ye fast, and this is said to be Jesus speaking, but I'm telling you. Moreover, when ye fast, be not as the hypocrites, of a sad countenance, but when thou when thou fastest, anoint thine head and wash thy face. Matthew chapter 6, verses 16 and 17. Now I'm going to get the poison book. In poison book, I mean Bible. The poison book. We're going to read going to go to Matthew in the poison book. Going to do Matthew. Matthew chapter 6, verse 16. This is the section entitled How to Fast. 16. Whenever you fast, don't be gloomy like the hypocrites, for they make their faces unattractive, so that their fasting is obvious to people. Truly, I tell you, they have their reward. 17. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face. 18. So that your fasting isn't obvious to others, but your Father, who is in secret. And your Father, who sees in secret, will reward you. I'll say that again. But 16. Whenever you fast, don't be gloomy like the hypocrites, for they make their faces unattractive, so that their fasting is obvious to people. Truly, I tell you, they have their reward. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face, so that your fasting isn't obvious to others, but to your Father who is in secret. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you. Okay, this is in the poison book now, the Bible. Matthew chapter 6, verse 16 through 18. Now that does, when it says your Father, that is talking about Master Farad Muhammad. That is not talking about a spirit. In the portion where it says your Father who is in secret, that don't mean that Allah is a mystery or that God's a secret. That means that the secret of the person of God was never known. And just as when Master W.D. Farad Muhammad, he left in 1934. So it is a secret as to where actually his whereabouts are to the public. Because once the public knows that he is God, they are not to know where he is until he has won the whole earth back to himself and destroyed the devil. That does not mean that God is a secret. You can't know God. God's a mystery. No, that means that to us, we did not know him. He was a secret. He's been kept a secret. But now that he's been revealed, his location is a secret. You understand? Are y'all understanding how I'm saying it? And it also means this, because it says it. It says, and your Father who sees in secret. Allah is the God of the heavens and the earth. This is Master Farad Muhammad, is the God of the heavens and the earth. And he is the knower of the seen and the unseen. That is what is unseen about Allah. His power, you can't see into it. It is unseen. And also, he controls everything when you can't see him. For a time, you won't see him. But he is also the knower of the unseen, just like your Father in secret, and he's your Father in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you. So this is teaching us about humbleness. When we fast, in any of these teachings, you can put this in any of the messengers' teachings. When we're fasting, you don't go out and try to make it look like you're struggling and stuff so that people know what you're doing. No, do your stuff and be cheerful. Don't it say in your supreme wisdom, in our supreme wisdom, work cheerfully and fear not? This is the work of Allah. Carrying out the messenger's teachings is the number one way to success. It don't matter what it costs. No cost is too big. This is telling you, don't be like these hypocrites out here trying to tell about their stuff and make it seem like they're trying to make their hardship obvious to you and stuff. No, be humble and do it in secret. Allah knows what you do. You don't have to go and try to exalt yourself and be a self-exalted leader. Or try to make yourself or make another person whom you like, try to push them up. You don't have to do that. Okay, now let's go back to the Quran. Again, when the Pharisees objected to Jesus' disciples not keeping the fasts as often as John's, his answer was that he was taken away. Quote, then shall they fast in those days. Luke 5:33 and 35, 33 through 35. Now we go back to the poison book. Go to Luke now. Okay, this is Luke chapter 5, verse 33. And this is in the section in the Bible called A Question About Fasting. Number 33. They said to him, John's disciples fast often and say prayers, and those of the Pharisees do the same. But yours eat and drink. That's what they're saying to him. Because they questioned him about fasting. I'm going to read that again. 33. They said to him, John's disciples fast. Number 33. They said to him, John's disciples fast often and say prayers, and those of the Pharisees do the same, but yours eat and drink. 34. Jesus said to them, you can't make the wedding guests fast while the groom is with them, can you? I want to say something. Number 34. Jesus said to them, you can't. Oh, I'm going to read the whole thing first. Jesus said to them, you can't make the wedding guests fast while the groom is with them, can you? 35. But the time will come when the groom will be taken away from them. Then they will fast in those days. All praises due to Allah. All praises due to Allah. 36. He also told them a parable. No one tears a patch from a new garment and puts it on an old garment. Otherwise, not only will he tear the new one, but also the piece from the new garment will not match the old. 37. No one puts new wine into old wineskins. Otherwise, the new wine will burst the skins. It will spill, and the skins will be ruined. New wine is put into fresh wine skins. 39. And no one, after drinking the old wine, wants new, because he says the old is better. All praises due to Allah. We're gonna go through that. We're gonna go through this a little bit, brothers and sisters. Do you have a few more minutes? Okay, so this is right here in Luke chapter 5, verse 33. They questioned him. 33. They said to him, John's disciples fast often and say prayers, and those of the Pharisees do the same, but yours eat and drink. This is not Jesus talking. This is not about Jesus. This is not them questioning Jesus. This verse you heard me read. I read it twice. This is not them questioning Jesus 2,000 years ago. No, sir. This is them talking about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and about Master Farah Muhammad. Because yes, Elijah Muhammad is not the Christ. Master Farah Muhammad is the Christ. But in a sense, also, Elijah Muhammad is also Jesus. But this is talking about Elijah Muhammad. This is the people questioning them. This is the Orthodox Muslims questioning Elijah Muhammad, saying, we fast we fast and we say our prayers and stuff. This is them questioning Elijah Muhammad. I'm gonna read them again. This is the hypocrites, the people who changed the messenger's teachings, the Orthodox Muslims. This is them questioning Elijah Muhammad. But they say it's Jesus. See, they mix it up, so the devil has mixed up this poison book, the Bible, so much that they got one man playing two roles, two people playing the name of one man. Because the Christ is not, because people will tell you that Elijah Muhammad is the Christ. No, Master Farah Muhammad is the Christ. Elijah Muhammad is the Jesus, but Master Farah Muhammad is also the Jesus. Master Farah Muhammad is the long-awaited Jesus. But in some of the book, where they talk about Jesus, they're talking about Elijah Muhammad. And Jesus is not the Christ. The Christ is different. Christ is the title given to the one anointed to crush the wicked white race in the world of Christianity and to crystallize the righteous black people into one. This is them questioning Jesus, questioning Elijah Muhammad. They said to him, John's disciples fast often and say prayers, and those of the Pharisees do the same, but yours eat and drink. Jesus said to them, this is Elijah Muhammad speaking. 34, Jesus said to them, remember, this is Elijah Muhammad. You can't make the wedding guests fast while the groom is with them, can you? 35. But the time will come when the groom will be taken away from them. Then they will fast in those days. Stop. Let's stop. Who's the groom that this parable is about? I'll read it again to you. Jesus said to them, you can't make the wedding guests fast while the groom is with them, can you? 35. But the time will come when the groom will be taken away from them. They will fast in those days. All praise is due to Allah, who came in the person of Master Farah Muhammad. I tell you plain. What was we just reading in How to Eat to Live? You don't have to fast in the presence of God. But we are not always in the presence of God. And if hereafter there will be no fasting. What this is talking about, the groom that he's talking about, who's the groom? The groom is Master Farah Muhammad. The groom is God, Allah. The groom is Master Farah Muhammad. So he says, he's giving them a parable. He's saying, oh, I lost my place. He's saying, you can't make the wedding guests fast while the groom is with them, can you? See, right here, the wedding guest they're talking about is the black man in America, while the groom is with them. The groom that he's talking about right here is Master Farah Muhammad. That's God. Okay. But the time will come when the groom will be taken away from them. That is talking about the 4 years, the 3.5, the 4 years that Master Farah Muhammad was with us. See, and allow me if I forgive me if I'm going fast. It's a lot to cover. In 1930, God Himself came to America. Master Farah Muhammad, that's God. In 1930, Master Farah Muhammad traveled 9,000 miles to the wilderness of North America. Why? And he prepared for over 42 years before that to take the black man and to resurrect the black man from the mental death that we are in, that we were in then, and some of us are still in it now who have not gotten the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad from God Himself, Master Farah Muhammad. So in 1930, he came here, he traveled, because he said, I'm coming to go and raise up the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So when he met him in 1931, for 3.5 years, God, Master Farah Muhammad, to resurrect the black man in America, had to raise up a messenger, which is Elijah Muhammad. So for 3.5 years, the Master Farah Muhammad, Allah Himself, to whom praise is due forever, was teaching the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He was with us for 4 years, but he was teaching the messenger for 3.5. So when we read in the Bible, when it's saying that you can't make the wedding guests fast while the groom is with them, can you? But a time will come when the groom will be taken away from them. That means that Master Farah Muhammad is with us, was with us from 1930 to 1934. Then he left. And that's when the messenger came and revealed that was God. Because when he was here, nobody but Elijah Muhammad knew that Master Farah Muhammad was God. So when Master Farah Muhammad left, then the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was put on his post. He was raised to the position of the messenger of Allah. And that's when his work started in 1934. So that is what this is talking about. All of that history in there. And ask your Christian preacher to explain that one. I'll tell you again, this is Luke chapter 5, verse 35 through 39. And excuse the noises from outside. But that's what that's talking about. But a time will come when the groom will be taken away from them. Then they will fast in those days. So after Master Farah Muhammad left, according to what it says here, we have to fast, which is stop eating food for 2 days. And then eat your dinner at the end of your last day of fasting. We have to fast. And then, as the messenger was just saying how to eat to live, we'll fast when we're not in the presence of Allah. And this is Elijah Muhammad speaking again. Number 36. He told them a parable. No one tears a patch from a new garment and puts it on an old garment. What is this talking about? Taking a patch from a new garment and putting it on an old one. Praise be to Allah. There is so much. This is a poison book because it's truth mixed with falsehood. But there is so much inside of this. He told them another parable. No one tears a patch from a new garment and puts it on an old garment. This is what it's meaning. No one tears a patch from a new garment and puts it on an old garment. What is the new garment? The new garment is the new Islam taught by Messenger Elijah Muhammad to the black man in America, which came from and was created and made new by Master W.D. Farah Muhammad. That is the new garment that you're reading about. And he's saying that no one tears a patch from the new garment and places it on the old garment. Why? What's the old garment that is talking about in this scripture? The old garment is the old world of Islam, the old world of the devil, which has been 6,000 years. None of these things are the old world. The Bible of 2,000 years, or the Quran of 1,400 years, or Moses of 4,000 years ago. That is the old garment, which is the old Islam. The whole world, the Bible and the Quran, that is the old garment, the old Islam. So he's saying nobody tears a patch from a new suit, a new garment, and puts it on and puts it on an old garment, right? An old garment, because it won't match. My suit won't match this flannel. It won't match because it's new. And who in the hell would take? Because there's a hole in this on the arm. There's a hole in this. No one in their right mind would take. This is a good suit. I got it. It's don't got no rips in it. It's a new suit. No one in their right mind is gonna take a piece off of this just to patch this. You're gonna ruin the new suit, and this don't match. This is a flannel. This is checkered. All right. I say that to tell you when it says in the Bible, what it's talking about, the new suit, the new garment is the new Islam given by Master Farah Muhammad, taught to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who taught us. No one would rip a new piece of that to try to put it on the old garment because it will not match it. And you will have ripped your new garment. What is that saying? What is that telling you about? That is saying this. What's happened? What do you see the people to do today? When the messenger passed away in 1975, people jumped up and Wallace, his son, came and took it back to Orthodox Islam. And now you got a lot of people, false, exalted leaders, who saying that they are the head of the nation of Islam and they're the representative of the messenger. What they are doing is they're trying to they want to hold on to the old world. They want to teach the old Islam. They want to teach Orthodox Islam, Christianity, Scientology, Dianetics. They want to teach all these other teachings, these old teachings. They want to take the new Islam as taught by the messenger. They want to rip it, a whole piece out of it and ruin the whole thing just to put a patch on an old garment. The old garment that they're trying to patch up for you is the Orthodox Islam, which won't take you nowhere. A 1,400-year-old way of life. Those people, those desert Arabs who are white people, pretending who came and pushed black people out of Arabia 6,000 years ago. 4,000 years ago. Those Arabs over there in the Orthodox world of Islam, they live in tents. They ride camels and they wear sandals. They wear the Orthodox garbs. Master Farah Muhammad took away these things and gave us our own uniform, which is the FOI uniform. Gave us our own clothing and was designed by the messenger. But he had us to wear the highest of civilized clothes. He did not give us those the bed sheet around your head and the wearing the nightgowns. He took us out of that to traditional Arab clothes. That's not for us. Now, people wish to mix these teachings, the messenger Elijah Muhammad's teachings, with the old world of Islam. But these people want the old world of Islam, and they hate the messenger secretly. So to fool you and to try to destroy things, they want to cut the new garments of Islam that was brought by Master Farah Muhammad and was delivered by Messenger Elijah Muhammad to wake us up, to prepare us for a new world. You can't use either of these books, Bible or the Quran. They won't take you into the hereafter. They have served their purpose. This Holy Quran was for the white Arabs 1,400 years ago. This Bible was for the Jews 2,000 years ago. 2,000 years before that, 4,000 years ago, the Old Testament was for the white people. We need a new book that will bring us to the door. The door is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. What do you see me doing? I'm breaking these books down to you. Not because Emir knows anything. No, this was broken down to us by Messenger Elijah Muhammad. Who told him how to break him down? Who gave him the wisdom? Master Farah Muhammad, God himself. And this brings you to the door. The door is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Nobody else is the door. He's the gate. Nobody else is the gate. And the messenger said, I have the keys. I don't mean me, I mean the messenger. Elijah Muhammad has the keys. Only him. He got the keys to heaven, hell, life, and death. Because Allah, Master Farah Muhammad, gives it to him only. You can't get... And people are trying to lie to you and to trick you and saying, you got to come through me to get to Messenger Elijah Muhammad. You can't get to Messenger Elijah Muhammad without me. All due respect, tell that person, who the hell are you? Who the hell are you trying to tell me that I need you to go to the messenger? You can tell them to shut the hell up and get out my damn face. Excuse my language. Tell them, get the hell out of my face and shut your damn mouth. Go to the messenger. Stop trying to use a go-between and no, you don't. There's no go-between between you and the messenger. You go to the messenger. They're trying to mislead you. So they're saying, you got to come to me. You got to come to me. Tell them to close their damn mouth. Get out your way, because I'm trying to follow the messenger. Thank you. Okay, so he told them the parable of the new suit. What these people are trying to do, they're trying to tear the new garments of Islam from Master Farad Muhammad, which was taught by the messenger Elijah Muhammad. They're trying to tear on his new garments, his holy garments. This ain't no gangster streetwear. This ain't no filthy, revealing clothes that sisters be wearing. This ain't no shorts that's above your knees. You wearing your boxers if you wearing shorts above your knees. No civilized man wears shorts. Do you see me in shorts? I have a suit on. I'm not wearing shorts. And Messenger Elijah Muhammad put me in a suit. Made my face clean shaven and made my hair neatly trimmed. I used to rock the braids. I used to rock the afro. I don't got there no more. Messenger Elijah Muhammad civilized me. They are trying, these hypocrites who are false, exalted leaders, they're trying to tear the new, holy, pure, clean garments. Look at your FOI uniform. Look at the MGT uniform. Look at how MGT, that's a true black woman. If you're a true black woman, use an MGT. Cook, clean, act their home. Look how they dress. Even if they're not in the MGT uniform, they dress as modest, not revealing, graceful, beautiful. Y'all sisters don't want to be like that. Y'all sisters don't want to be fine. I don't mean showing your leg and showing your breast. I mean, put them long dress on and cover your damn self. Excuse me. Cover yourself. Y'all don't want to be like that? You worthless if you got to show all your damn body and you got to reveal yourself like it's like a prostitute. No, you cover yourself up and put some clothes on your ass. Stop being uncivilized like a jungle savage and a beast in the fields. The white man made you like that, and you ignorant brothers who want to go and who want to entice that sort of a thing. These hypocrites who is lying to you, saying that they're a self-exalted leader. They might even say, "Oh, I'm not the leader, but I hold his position." Well, that's a misleading statement. You say one thing and then you turn around and say, "I'm not the leader, but I'm just sitting in this position." You're trying to play down what sitting in this position means, because he said no one can sit in my place. Don't it say in this poison book Bible that they desired to sit in Moses' seat? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad plays the part of Moses, and they desire to sit in his seat. I say it plain. I don't care who knows it. But they desire to tear these new holy garments from Allah himself in order to patch up their old raggedy garments, their old rags. You see them. They're wearing all the Orthodox, they're wearing look like the man's in a dress. And I don't mean to make fun of these people, I'm just telling you how it is. They wear, you see sometimes that they go to Mecca, they wear a gown, and they walk with a cane and have a shawl on and a bed sheet wrapped around their head, and they'll be speaking Arabic. There's nothing wrong with speaking Arabic. That's a good thing if you learn it. I never learned it. I didn't have the time to learn it yet, and I'm going to be busy for a very, very long time. So maybe after then I'll learn it. But people doing all of this, they want to shield their dirty, filthy religion with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's good name. They take these new garments given by Allah himself with the sun, moon, and star, the universe. They want to tear them and rip the holy garments of Allah, the new Islam. And they wish to take this little piece and put it on the new piece. Say, "Oh, we're," and they call it uniting. No, they're trying to unite you with hell. They're trying to unite you with integration. They're trying to unite you with an old thing that ain't gonna lead you nowhere but into the grave. They're trying to mix truth with falsehood. They want to put you into an old bus that's broken down and can't go on no more. Say, they're gonna put that bus at the new bus stop. They're gonna say, "Get to the new bus stop and get on this old bus. See, we united it." That's a deception. That's a slick deception. I'll tell you something. That's a slick deception. they want to tear the holy new garments of Allah, the new Islam, and try to patch up their old world, because the Orthodox world of Islam is crumbling. Messenger didn't teach fasting in the 9th month. He didn't teach doing all these Orthodox practices. People say that and they say we're united. I'm telling to you, whether you believe it or not, I'm just your brother. They're lying to you and you've been fooled. All right? You can't do that. I'm telling you, all your hypocrites. I tell you, you can't do that, because this Messenger Elijah Muhammad said it. And I'm going to explain it. And the truth condemns the guilty and makes known, just like you can't hide the darkness in light. The light makes known everything. And all I'm doing is cutting on the lights. What is the light? The light is the truth. The truth, the only truth there is the teachings of Elijah Muhammad, which came directly from the author of truth, who is Master Farad Muhammad. All I'm doing is cutting the light on. And the light is all the messenger's teachings. Whenever you repeat the messenger's teachings, you cutting the light on. It's not no one person who cut the light on. Any true believer of the messenger cut the light on. But it don't match the old. It says that when you take something, you're ripping the new garment, and when you're trying to put on the old, it don't even match the old. So when you see these people trying to mix up the messenger's teachings with Orthodox Islam, with Christianity, with Scientology, when you see that don't even match it. That looks out of place, and that looks whack. You know, when you see a person, that's like me wearing some pinstripe suit pants and or some plaid. I don't know. That's like me wearing some tracksuit pants, a plaid suit, and a pinstripe shirt. I'm gonna look out of place. When you see these people trying to mix up Scientology, they're trying to mix up Orthodox Islam with the messenger's teachings. They're trying to mix up Christianity. They're trying to mix Hebrew Israelite teachings. When you do that, you just look out of place, because you're taking a piece out that new garment and you're trying to put it on and patch up that old garment. Those old garments are falling apart. The old world of Orthodox Islam is falling apart. It can't go no farther. And if you get in it, you'll get destroyed. It'll die with this world. If you want to go and believe in the white man's Christianity, that won't go on for no longer. That will take you straight to hell. If you want to get with all these other things, African spirituality, that won't do nothing. You'll be destroyed. Buddhism, you'll be destroyed. Hindu, you'll be destroyed. Native American stuff, you'll be destroyed. Hebrew Israelite, you'll be destroyed. This is all falling apart. So to try to hide that, these hypocrites take a piece and try to put it on there. That piece don't even match the old garment. And in order to get that piece, you got to rip and tear up the new garment. Now I got a hole cut in my suit. My suit ain't no good no more. This is a sly, deceptive things that these hypocrites is doing. It's right here. It's from How to Eat to Live, Book 2. We tell you about the Quran tell you about the Bible. Now it says no one takes puts new wine into old wineskins, otherwise it'll burst up the wineskins and it will spill out. No, and Islam is an old religion. Islam is an old thing that has no beginning, no end. What is the birth record of said nation of Islam? Answer: Islam has no birth record, has no beginning nor ending. Islam is an old thing. And if you try to put that new wine, which is your new additions to the messenger's teachings in this, but you're trying to make it seem something luxurious, you're trying to say this is a fine wine, and it's some new garbage. It's some new garbage. And you trying to say it's some fine wine and it's good, and then you try to put it into that old wineskin, that old Islam. That's an old time, that's the old, as they say, old time religion. Islam is not a religion, but you can take for yourself Islam as a religion. But they're trying to put it into that old Islam, and it'll burst, and then your knowledge will spill out everywhere. And no one puts new wine into old wineskins. Otherwise, the new wine will burst the skins and it will spill out, and the skins will be ruined. You can't put this new false additions of garbage into the old wineskin. It's gonna burst and spill out, and all your knowledge will just spill out everywhere. It'll flood out from you, and it will ruin the wineskin. It'll ruin what you had. You had everything. Islam is taught by the messenger Elijah Muhammad. Master Farah Muhammad delicately or designed it, tailored it, just like this suit. Made it right for your body, right for you. This new Islam for you, the black man in America. And if you want to go and try to put some new false additions in it, you're gonna bust it, and your skins is ruined now. Y'all, your knowledge spilled out everywhere. New wine is put in the fresh skins, wineskins. New wine is put in the fresh wineskins. And no one, after drinking the old wine, wants the new, because he says the old is better. And no, the messenger's teachings ain't wine. It's not going to intoxicate you. No, sir. Remember, I said Master Farah Muhammad, God himself said this Bible is a poison book. So no, the messenger teaches ain't wine at all. It's water. Water is life. No one after having the old wine. That is the good old teachings of Islam. It's not wine, it's water. The good old teachings of Islam. Returning to ourselves, there's no beginning nor ending. The secrets of the 24 sciences, the wisdom, the supreme wisdom of the 50,000 year history, the 6,000 year history, the 66 trillion year history, the 76 trillion year history, the 78 trillion year history. No one after drinking the water of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the true teachings from Master Farah Muhammad, coming from that ever-flowing spring, Elijah Muhammad, no one after having that will want these new false additions. The old is better than the new. It says that. It says the old is better. These teachings that y'all say old teachings, he teaches old. They said that about Supreme Minister John Muhammad. Oh, he teaches old teachings. We update the teachings. It says right here the old is better. So I don't care about no new teachings, and I wouldn't give 2 cents for no new updated teachings. What can you add to the truth? Once you get to mixing it and adding to it and taking away, you make it other than the truth. So no, sir, I want that old time truth. That's better. Now, we're going to get back to the footnote. We're going to finish our footnote in the Quran. Again, when the Pharisees objected to Jesus' disciples not keeping the fasts as often as John's, his answer was that when he was taken away, then they shall fast in those days. So when Master Elijah Muhammad went, the answers to the critics of everybody, especially the Orthodox Islam, so that's not real Islam. They don't fast all these weak excuses. He says when Allah, Master Muhammad, when he's taken away, they should fast in those days. But Isaiah has mentioned quite a new meaning into the institution of fasting. Before Islam, fasting meant suffering of some privation in times of mourning and sorrow. In Islam, it becomes an institution for the improvement of the moral and spiritual condition of man. This is plainly stated in the concluding words, so that you may guard against evil. The object is that man may learn how he can shun evil, and hence fasting in Islam does not mean simply abstaining from food, but from every kind of evil. In fact, abstention from food is only a step to make a man realize that if he can, in obedience to divine injunctions, abstain from that which is otherwise lawful, how much more necessary is it that he should abstain from the evil ways which are forbidden by God? All the institutions of Islam are, in fact, practical steps leading to perfect purification of the soul. Now, that's not talking about you got a spirit. That's talking about your soul of you. You don't got no spirit out there that flies away in space. But along with moral elevation, which is aimed at in fasting, another object seems to be hinted at, i.e., the Muslims should habituate themselves to suffering, tribulations, and hardships physically as well. All right. But you see what this is saying? This is saying to you that when you fast, it's not just stop eating your food. You abstain from all of things. But stopping the eating of food is the first step. Because when you stop eating your food, you realize to yourself, you learn that if I'm able to abstain from something that is not unlawful, it's not unlawful for me to eat food. But for me to take a fast and abstain from it, then how much more necessary is it for me to stop to abstain from the unlawful and sinful things? So when you stop fasting, as Messenger Elijah Muhammad teaches us, your thinking becomes clearer. This is telling you, your thinking becomes clearer. And that's when you realize, and by your digestion not working, your brain is operating at a higher operation because it is eliminating the poison. And you come to that realization when you fasting. So when you fasting, that elevates you morally. And you don't even need to read the Quran. You read this Quran, your Messenger Elijah Muhammad publications. You read your Supreme Wisdom. All right? We making pretty good time, but all time is something. Time is something. I tell you something, that time is something, brothers and sisters. But I almost want to go further, but that's good enough for today. I wish to thank you, brothers and sisters, for your time, and just rewatch the video, and I'm sure it'll come to you. And if there's anything that you don't understand, go back to the Messenger's teachings and reread them, and it'll come to you. And before that I do leave, remember this. This is what every black person should know and to be doing, whether you're a believer in the messenger's teachings or you're not. This is the path which we should all do. We must remember the only way and path to success is the way of Master Farad Muhammad. And to be on his way is to follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. How do you follow him? Study his teachings. He will tell you how to follow him. Out of all the dietary laws, eat 1 meal a day. Want for your brother what you want for yourself. Be a doer of good to all people. Treat everybody good, even the devils. Treat them good. Be a doer of righteousness, and we will be successful. And strive to please Master Farad Muhammad, Allah, and not the world. Study your books. I know all of you, and a lot of you have these books. Study them. You haven't been studying them yet. And keep on studying them. You don't read it once and then put it away. Get yourself the books of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and study them with sincerity. Keep your mind honest, and if we keep his teachings word for word, right and exact, we don't add to them, you don't take away from them, just as he said it, we will be successful. You will be successful in all of your undertakings. The only way to success is to follow the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And know this, Master Farad Muhammad is Allah. There's no God besides him. You can believe it or let it alone, but when you make your prayer, the only one who will hear it is him. And if you don't make it in the way of how Elijah Muhammad instructed us to, he won't hear it. And if we don't do it with sincere things on our mind, it won't get answered. Allah perceives our thoughts and knows what we try to hide. He comprehends what we try to slickly do. Follow his teachings. Why not we stand together, shoulder to shoulder? I'm not ahead of you, you're not ahead of me. Why don't we just do that and just follow the messenger's teachings? I don't have to put anything on it. I can't. I'll be plain to you. I'm too dumb to put anything there. And I'm also too smart to put anything there. You don't have to put nothing there. Don't put another brother ahead of us. Why can't we keep the messenger's teachings as they were? You've seen the results that they produce. Every black man, woman, and child in America needs to read these teachings. Without them, the devil, who is the white man in the white race, will be kept alive and will be kept in hell. We must separate from white people, and we must do for self. The time has arrived for our separation, and our Savior, the Christ, Allah himself, the Mahdi, Master Farad Muhammad, has appeared in 1930 to resurrect us and to raise up the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And by us following and listening and carrying out his teachings just as he said it, life will become the most rewarding thing you've ever had. And you'll see unlimited success. And we shall see it together. Brothers and sisters, let us unite and get the messenger's teachings. You can call me at 651-508-5225. That is my phone number. I am Emir Ali Shabazz Allah. And order the books. All of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad's books. You need it inside your house. You say that you stocking up on food, or you say that you need your bottle of liquor. You got an emergency bottle of cone whiskey in your house. You say you need it. You need this. You say you need your car. Well, yeah, you might need your car, but you need the messenger's teachings. And if you don't, you can have whatever in your house and that won't go for nothing. A lot of you arm yourselves. I don't. And when you come into the messenger's teachings, you'll realize that you don't need them, because the champion of the war of Armageddon, Master Farah Muhammad, he's not going to fight the war with weapons. He got a better weapons called rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes. Allah is our protector. When you rely on firearms to protect you, those become your God, and you take your faith out of Allah, and Allah won't protect you. You don't need no firearms. You don't need to carry them on your person. You don't need them in your house. Get the messenger's teachings. You think that you need a self-defense? That is our self-defense. Without that, you'll be destroyed. If you want to remain in Christianity, you'll be destroyed. If you want to remain in Hebrew Israelite, you'll be destroyed. If I wish to go out and change the messenger's teachings, I'll be destroyed. I don't want to do that. So I'm not going to. It's not what's best for me to do. Get your books and want for your brother and sister what you want for yourself in truth. Islam is not an expression of a handshake. And people have to stop doing this. We have to stop doing this. Islam is not for us to make believe and play pretend. The Nation of Islam is not for us to play dress up and have a costume and to try to just uphold an appearance, but on the inside be nothing. No, it is from the inside out, not the outside in. It says in the proper way of handling people to be sincere and to make the other person know that, or to compliment them and make it be sincere. Let it be sincere. Let them know that. Islam is not for us to try to sound unusual and mysterious, trying to be different. Islam is already different. It is already unlike this unrighteous, devil, uncivilized world that we've been living in, and we are still living in. But Islam, or Master Farah Muhammad, Allah, proves our righteousness and our worthiness by taking us, a mentally dead people who've been made blind, deaf, and dumb out of a world of wickedness and unrighteousness, after us practicing evil and unrighteousness, and removes it from us by giving us the knowledge of self. What is the knowledge of self? You can only get it from these teachings. Any other thing, I don't care what the hell it is, it's not knowledge of self, and it won't help you if it's not the messenger's teachings. It cleans us, and then it makes us to live inside the world without and around unrighteous things without participating in that. That's why we are more worthy. I'm saying the black man that's in America. We more worthy than anybody else on the world, even to the black people who never left from Islam and been there the whole time. Just like the prodigal son's brothers who was saying, we've been here the whole time. Why are you giving everything to him? Because Allah has proven us worthy. We were once lost, and now we've been found. The black man in America was living unrighteously, and now Allah returned us back to how we originally were living before the white man put his filth on us. We were once in unrighteousness, but now we turn from unrighteousness to righteousness. And now, while still living in the midst of unrighteousness and evil and wickedness, we choose to practice righteousness. I don't drink. I ain't had a drop of liquor since I've been 17 years old because I read How to Eat to Live. I don't smoke. I don't use dope. I don't smoke blues. I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarettes and tobacco. I don't smoke crack. I don't shoot dice. We don't do none of these things. And we're doing it willingly, of our own accord. It's your choice. You can accept it or let it alone. But by us doing all of this, and by fasting, and by eating 1 meal a day, believing in the teachings, being a powerful man, protecting black women, all of that proves our worthiness, because we not forced to do it. We're in the midst of wickedness. Because you can easily say, oh man, it's easy to do wickedness. But I'll end with these words, because we are the last members of the tribe of Shabazz. We're not Israelites. We're not Hebrews. We're not Christians. We're not any of this foolishness. We are original Asiatic black people, the members of the last tribe of Shabazz. And one thing, we Shabazz. Shabazz lives in this world, but we not of it, because, hold on. We live in this world. We live in this world, but we not of it, because Shabazz is above it. Salaam Alaikum. Peace.